You know, I realized that I'm to a really good place in life. When you don't give a damn about what nobody thinking, I have to say it like that, it's the most liberating thing on earth. Even creating content, because I know a lot of times where people want to do content creation, and if you do want to create content and put your work out there, put value out into the world, create art, whatever it is that you do, if you want to start getting that out online, definitely you're in the right place on Pretty Boss TV. I have certain resources I'll be sharing on YouTube. For sure, we're getting it in on Patreon, okay? And we're going to be getting it in our mastermind group. If you want to know or have access to any of those things, all of my links are in the description below. But this is the thing, okay? When you get to a place where you don't care what people think, like, you can truly move authentically how you want to move. You know, a lot of people who do want to put stuff out online don't, because really the thing in the back of their mind is, what are people going to say in the comments? It doesn't matter. I'm going to be honest, the way that I feel about most people, I'm not talking about my subscribers. Many of you I know, many of you have been on Pretty Boss TV YouTube for a long time. And a lot of people who come across my algorithm, especially at this, you know, it's not, I'm not getting crazy views right now. So I'm talking to regular people. But most of the content that I see and most of the things that I see on my family, I'm like, those are bots. Like, if they're not an actual bot, which there are bot farms where you think that you're going back and forth with somebody in the comment section on YouTube or on Instagram, and you're going back and forth with an actual literal bot. You know, they have like these content form, you know, these different content forms, and I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but I saw something with China where they had like, man, it was hundreds of cell phones set up, and they just had it, boom, doing automations, like just bots. But even if you're not talking to a literal bot, which many of you got to understand, that's a real thing on the internet. Like, there's a thing called the dead internet theory. I don't know if you've heard of it. If you haven't, look it up. Just YouTube it. Dead internet theory. It's this guy, Upper Echelon. I love Upper Echelon's channel. But Upper Echelon has talked about dead internet theory for a while. And one of his more recent videos are like right on point. But it's a theory that like most of the internet is dead. It's not even real people. It's bots that you're going back and forth with. And this is a real thing, especially with the rise of AI, which is why we're going to be talking about all these things. See, everything is coming full circle. Like, just stick with me, family. You know, I never lead you astray. You understand? We here to win, baby. Win on a righteous path, win in purpose, spirit, and in truth. You understand? So, if you're not dealing with a literal bot and you're dealing with an actual person, then most of these people are bots. Like, and what I mean by a bot what I mean by a bot is, like, first and foremost, we're talking matrix. Y'all know how we talk over here. We get down. We're talking those paradigms. Man, most people are in it. They're programmed. They don't even know themselves. Like, they're programmed and don't realize it. They think they're free and they're not. They can't even taste the prison that they're in. They can't perceive the prison that they're in. So if you're dealing with people who are in the matrix, those are bots. They're gonna move according to the program. They're gonna think according to the program. And then think about how people are now, like, even with the internet is just, you know, people just reckless, you know? People will say it online, but I bet you they won't say it to your face. That's another story for another day, though, you know what I mean? But no, honestly, like, not caring what other people think has been one of the greatest things for me, because let me tell you, the old me, I used to see comments. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe it has to be like disrespectful, or it has to disrespect my audience. If I see something that's just like out of pocket, or if I see those people who are like those bots where they post one comment and their comment gets like a million replies and it's like a bot account, I do block those when I see them. But you know, a lot of times, family, even lately, like, I've been seeing comments, and I don't always say nothing. Like, I do read the comments, but some people probably think they said stuff and got away with it. Like, I saw it. I just don't care. Because your opinion, you know, nobody's opinion matters. Especially like people who want to be negative or say stuff to trigger you. Like, so, like, anything that somebody could say about you is actually a reflection of them. Like, once that paradigm in life clicked for me, it's really been over, because it's like people can only judge you according to themselves. So if people are coming or being nasty to you in the comments or saying certain things, these are things that they're projecting on you. Like, whether it's true or not is not even a thing. It's like people project themselves onto other people, you know? So you can't take that type of stuff personally. You know, if you're dealing with somebody who has a positive mindset and is a positive person, and actually feeling good and living good in life, they're not gonna say nothing crazy in your comments. But if you're dealing with people who are, you know, hurt, poverty stricken, dealing with certain things that is like pain, hate, resentment, envy, you're dealing with people that got a lot going on in their life, and then they're gonna comment on your video. they probably gonna say something crazy. So it's just realize that we're living in a world where we're gonna be seeing a lot of spazzing because things are gonna get worse for a lot of people. A lot of people are not moving with the new era. A lot of people are not learning the new things. A lot of people are not moving with the cheese. ¿Quién se ha llevado mi queso? Who moved my cheese? Top 3 book, period. Y'all know I used to, back in the day, I used to be like, my favorite books are the Bible, the Kabbalion, and Think and Grow Rich. Let me tell you, one of them books have been replaced. Who Moved My Cheese? That is one of the best books of all time. Like, when somebody can take such a major concept and life theory, not theory, but like life lesson, and explain it to where a third grader could read that and get it, it's a classic text. If you have never read that, read it. That's something that we've read on Patreon. We're probably going to definitely do a rerun this year again for our book club, Who Moved My Cheese? Cheese has been moved, baby. So if you don't move with the cheese, just understand that don't look crazy when you're not eating. Because the cheese is moving, you didn't move. But again, talking about, not caring about what other people think, you got to move the way that you're being led. Some of y'all are going to be being judged in this season. You might have been in certain organizations or certain groups and certain communities, and they're like, why is this person moving like that? Why is this person going against what? Do how you're being led to do. The only opinion that matters is that of the Most High. The only opinion that matters is the opinion of you that you have of yourself. That's the only opinion that matters. If you live your life based on what other people think and say, then that means people have the ability to control you. And these are one of the things that we definitely talk about in 30 Days to Success. Control what you can control. Okay? If anybody wants access to this, prettybosstv.com, all the information, family. We got resources to level up your entire life over here. This is what I've been dedicating the last 7 years of my life to doing, is self-development, business development. Then I got to the point where I'm like, man, I know how to make money, but then I realized it was still some things missing on the inside. It was still some major hillage, not healing, major hillage that needed to be done. And we embarked on that. And I had to put the finances to the side for a while to focus on the inner. But let me tell you, when that inner work is done, that inner work changes everything. It makes even the finances way different. Way different. Because all of those things are irrelevant. But again, control what you can control. You can't control the other ways people are going to say and think about you. They still hate on Yeshua. Look how they hate on Yeshua. Look how Billy Carlson got drugged. Billy Carlson got drugged by Wes. Wes drug him. He drug him up out. You feel me? He drug him up out. That was the most satisfying thing I saw of 2024. I never got to get on here and talk to y'all about it, but it was so satisfying. But the only reason it was satisfying is not because if Billy wants to talk about aliens on planet Nibiru and that's his thing, and he just wants to make things up, because it's easy to talk about things and seem new if you're talking about stuff that doesn't, like, there's no substantial base in it, right? Like, I could get on here right now and talking about planet Venetia, which is a real planet, by the way. For real though. But y'all don't know nothing about Venetia. But I can get out here and start talking about Venetia and create a whole thing about it. And then people will be enamored by it because they never heard of it before. So my problem was never that he wants to talk about Planet Nibiru and obsessed about that. But it was more so, it's like, why you can't just talk about Planet Nibiru? Why are you always trying to come for Yeshua? Like, why you can't just do that? Why do you have to relate what you're doing to what we got going on over here? Do that. You want to be on Planet Nibiru? Go to Nibiru. We over here in Chosen Land. Let us be in Chosen Land. You go to Nibiru, Billy. Billy, go to Nibiru, bro. We're cool with it. I want to hear nobody talk about Planet Nibiru until you bring me solid facts. Bring me your magnet from Planet Nibiru and then I'll talk about it. Y'all can miss me with that, man. People are too enamored by stuff that don't make no damn sense. And I'm not saying that, like, y'all know, there's so many things. We're not the only people. Let's be clear. I'm not saying that there's not other things that are beyond what we've been regurgitating in life. But I'm just saying, you gotta use your mind, though. I'm the type of person, I don't like to hear about things unless it actually is something I can apply to my life and win today. If somebody gives me information that has no basis in how my day-to-day life is going to improve, miss me with it. But anyways, the same way that he got drugged, because he been coming for Yeshua for no reason. He been coming for an innocent man for no reason. This is how people are going to come for you. They still coming for Yeshua. Think about that. Yeshua didn't do nothing to nobody. Yeshua just came to help people. Think about how they drug Yeshua That's what people are always going to do, regardless of what you're talking about. But you got to get to a point where it just doesn't matter. And again, when you start realizing that people are projecting themselves onto you, it changes the entire game. Because you start realizing that what people got to say about you don't got nothing to do with you. The only opinion that should matter is the way that you feel about yourself. And when you're focusing in on you and you really start to create your own world, this is when you're going to see that it gets to a point where literally you couldn't even pay for somebody else's opinion to matter. Okay. So do your thing. Focus on what you're doing. It's a process. I didn't get there overnight. You know, I went through some extreme things that made me realize, like, oh my God, I did care what people think. When people was dragging me online back in the day, a few years ago, like, I did feel a way about that. Now, I don't care. Like, now in hindsight, I'm like, man, I could have played that so much different. I would have been doing reaction videos. I would have had a fun time with that, you know? But I guess I cared too much, but we don't care no more, baby. 2-day live masterclass this Friday and Saturday. I see y'all soon. I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Y'all willing. All my links are on prettybosstv.com. Baby, we turned up this year. Let's get it.